So we stayed in the Best Western, Detroit Lakes. It's a converted house, so we could hear the neighbours upstairs, which was a bit annoying, but other than that, it was quite good. So Detroit Lakes is not in Michigan, is nowhere near Detroit in Michigan. They reuse names a lot around here. I don't know why they've done it with this place. So the city of Detroit Lakes has a lake and lots of ducks that are now leaving because we turned up. And it's got sand. It is freezing.
This is the coldest beach of the trip.
Jess, do you want to go paddling? And there's another train. We have seen on our journey thousands and thousands of miles of train track. They put the train tracks right next to the interstates and the state roads, and they're much more visible than they are in England. I think in England they're sort of hidden and the motorway system is separate, but here you get to see this. I like this. Right, something that I've noticed throughout the trip is a lot of the country has this sort of dead grass look about it, except for you get fields that are beautifully green. Now, the only thing I can see that's different is that there's a contraption that spans across the field, and it's on wheels. So, does this thing water the field? So this might be one of the last times that we use our Road Pro portable stove to cook Velveeta cheesy bowls. Hey.
So this is the City Hall of New York Mills, Minnesota. And in that same building is Mills Liquors. You don't see that every day.
We're in the city of New York Mills. Okay, it's got Mills in front of it. But something that concerns me, and this might be groundless, is I would be wary about living in a city that's named after a more famous city. We passed somewhere called Las Vegas in New Mexico. And obviously there's Las Vegas, Nevada that everyone's heard of. So do the residents in Las Vegas, New Mexico have a lifetime of explaining that they're in the other one? Because if so, that's quite off-putting.
We are crossing the Mississippi for the last time on this tour. We've crossed it many, many times before.
It's still quite wide, but it's much narrower than it was in Mississippi. We've seen a few protesters around here. Let's see what these guys have to say. It's Halloween,
yes.
And you're dressed as the Grim Reaper, and you have a very cute little dog there. But what are you protesting?
We are protesting the U.S. propensity to solve problems by way of war.
Is this town particularly significant in...
No, it's not. It's just the hometown or near hometown. We have a Brainerd Area Coalition for Peace.
Trying to educate people and open people's minds to what's really going on.
What do you think of the announcement that some armed advisors are going to Syria?
I was very disappointed to hear about that.
Is it the current president's fault?
He approved troops to go there, but what really drives decisions in this country is corporations and capitalism. The military machine making a whole bunch of money. They gotta have a war. We've spent, well over $1 trillion on our war.
But how much money have the wars made?
Well, for certain people, I'm sure they paid a ton.
People who sell the military equipment.
The Halliburton contractors.
So you must really believe in your cause because it's freezing.
Yes.
Couldn't you have picked July?
Oh, we did stuff in July too. Where are you from?
From England.
From England.
I thought
Your
so.
country supported the Iraq War. How do you feel about that? We're very involved in it.
Well, I didn't have anything to do with the Iraq War.
No, that's good. That's good.
We're looking for somewhere to live in the United States. Do you recommend this town?
Oh yeah, it's a wonderful town.
I have a question. I'm just wondering why you would move here.
Oh, well, it's a land of opportunity. It's a vast country, very diverse, interesting place. I don't think there's anywhere really quite like it. And also...
Well, that's probably
it's
true.
It's very big and it's very, very...
Yeah. Poodle's name?
Goldie, she is cold.
She is.
That's why I've got her tucked in my coat.
She's doing it for a good cause.
Yes, she is.
It doesn't find IT opportunities as well.
Yeah, maybe I should work for the military-industrial complex. How about that?
That would be very profitable.
Right, protester suggests that I work for the military-industrial complex. Top mute, no, I won't. I'll either not put that in or explain that I just made that up. Probably the latter. But no, anyway, well, good luck. So this is Serpent Lake, and this is a serpent.
Chris has decided to walk around the puddles and be cold longer.
And it has a "Do not climb on the serpent" sign. Something that's different about the United States is that there's just more of this kind of thing around. There's often a world's largest sandwich sculpture or something like that, and I think it's because cities seem to be in competition with each other to have something that will attract visitors. This is the town of Deerwood. They have a deer. This is Ironton, population 572. Right, now we're in Crosby, population 2,386. The earth is nearly black. We have driven 20,000 miles.
So Chris, you've driven 20,000 miles and all on the other side of the road. What was it like?
I didn't think we would drive 20,000 miles. I thought we would drive 10,000 miles. That's 9,000 miles around and 1,000 miles of just pottering around different cities. This has just been much, much longer than I ever thought we'd be on the road. It's been 4.5 months. I've probably driven on the left more than on the right, but 20,000 is still a lot. That's probably a reasonable percentage of all of my driving. Also, in terms of novelty, I probably haven't driven on 20,000 miles of new road in England. So yeah, it's been incredible. Here's a picture of the mileometer. I'm really bored of driving. At least in the west, things were majestic, but everything's been scaled down here and it's raining and I don't like it.
So this is Duluth, Minnesota.
So it's a happy Halloween from Hijenks. And look, we have this sinister looking pumpkin. And also the wine and alcohol laws in Minnesota are truly diabolical. Have a good Halloween and we're going to be back soon. Once again, we're in a separate shop to buy wine because Minnesota doesn't like you buying it with food, even though it goes with food. So they have Halloween decorations. Okay, so there's apparently some issue. We're waiting to see if my green card, which definitely is a legal thing, is going to be accepted, because obviously I look 12 and I'm trying to drink Angry Orchard. Someone must stop this.
You were cracking me up. He's narrating.
They've fallen for my master forgery scheme, and I knew the hologram machine would pay off. Happy Halloween.
You too, thank you.
Blimey, that was really close. In Minnesota, and it's got absolutely nothing to do with everyone being a Lutheran. They're really picky about who they sell alcohol to, so they ID everyone in the queue. They won't accept anything other than a passport or a state driving license. But the thing is that my green card is a government document, so they relented. That took slightly longer than the US-Canadian border guard did. That's incredible.
Oh.
Happy Halloween, Angry Orchard.
Now this is the plan, okay? Richie and Eddie's big Halloween party.